Live again. Can't get rid of me now. Doing a couple of jobs on some cars tonight. These aren't my own. These are members that come racing with us. They needed a little bit of work done, but yeah. So let's dive straight into this. Let us know if you are watching, where you're watching from, what you're up to, if you've had a good day, bad day, or what have you. Yeah, let us know, say hi, and we will dive straight in. So this is a GL Racing, I think it's a GLR, that the member was struggling with a little bit. I've never had one of these cars. Hello, welcome, good evening. Yeah, hello. We are working on tonight a GL Racing GLR, I think it is. Got a few issues with the wiring, so just need to get those sorted, and yeah, we should be good to go. Let us know if you're watching, where you're watching from. Please say hello. Don't be shy. My name is Charlie. If you don't know, you are watching Sussex Micro RC, where we do all things micro RC and generally have a pretty good time. Right. To say, I'm not too sure exactly what I'm doing at the moment. We're going to work this out. Somehow I've got to get this servo out. Basically, the main thing that I'm doing tonight is replacing one of these servo wires. You won't be able to see, it's probably too small, but they have been soldered rather well. They've been soldered all right, but one of the wires is starting to break apart. So we're going to replace that so the chat doesn't have any further issues. As I say, I'm not too sure how this thing comes apart or how it's been put together. Hello, let us know where you're watching from. Good evening. Hope you're having a good week so far. A little bit earlier than normal tonight, but I just wanted to get this done while I could. Got a heap of other things that I'm working on. We had the first night out with the micro buggy, the modified micro buggy last night, and it went pretty good. Don't know if any of you caught the live stream, but it is up to watch. Is up to watch if you go back and have a look. Went pretty good. We did have a few issues, but I'll go into that in a video coming up. But in general, the car was fast and it won. So can't be all bad, considering that was literally the first run out with this car. Yeah, I'm pretty happy that we managed to take home the win. As I say, a few issues to sort out. I think I need a different motor plate on here. Getting issues with the motor hitting the transmission, which is a bit of a pain. So I need to find something to sort that out. And then, yeah, had a few issues with a couple of the aluminium parts, but I'm just waiting to hear back from a company about those. But otherwise, pretty impressed with it. Certainly felt really smooth. Hello. Hello, everyone. Good evening, welcome. Hello, welcome back to the live stream. We are live on the bench tonight, doing a little bit of work on cars. I have got this car here, which I am working on right now, which is a GLR. Sorry, I don't know quite what that means. So yeah, just working on this GLR. Got to rewire a servo that the wiring has gone on. Got a little bit of work to do on the Maverick Micro is back. Unfortunately had a few issues with that. I think I might have got them mostly sorted. Got a little bit of work to do on my Hobby Plus Spec B. Got all sorts of things to do tonight. Don't know quite how long we'll be on for, but I'm going to try and get a little bit of work done on this GLR first. So hello, if you're watching, let us know where you're watching from, all that good stuff. How's your week going? We had racing last night. If you didn't see, head over to all the other videos, take a look. Lots of stuff on my channel. Haven't put out a huge number of long form videos recently. Had loads of other bits and bobs on, so just waiting to get a few finished up. Just trying to figure out how this GLR goes together and make sure I don't forget anything. Say hello, let us know where you're calling from, what you've been up to, what you got planned for the weekend, what you did last weekend for that matter. Hello, good evening, welcome. If you've just joined us, we are doing a little bit of work right now on a GL Racing GLR for one of my club members who has been struggling to get it going. He's new to all this sort of modified style cars, so I said I would help him out and try and help get it running. We have managed to solve the first issue, which I believe is a common one. If you've got any questions or anything like that, drop us a message over on Instagram and I can chat on there about anything else. But yeah, feel free to drop us a message over on Instagram. Okay, we are into this car now. We have got down to where I needed to get to. We're now going to have to see what this servo is made of. It is a GL Racing servo by the look of it. So we're just going to strip it down and try and get to the circuit board to see if we can re-solder a new wire onto it. So hello, if you've just tuned in, let us know where you're watching from, what you've been up to. If you're new to the channel, head over, take a look at some of the videos that I've done. There is quite a few, all on Mini Zs and micro racing, plus a few other bits and bobs. I do every form of RC you could possibly think of, pretty much. Some I spend a lot more time on than others at the moment, but keen to cover as much as I can on this channel. If you've got any suggestions or anything on videos that you would like me to do, feel free to drop them in the comments. Likewise, any questions or anything, drop a message in the comments. I always try and read all of the comments that I get on the videos and reply to them as quick as I can. So don't be shy. Okay, here we go. We are getting into this as screws go flying everywhere. I'm going to tilt you down a bit, see if you can get a bit of a view. Now, a lot of people might be scared about taking things like this apart, but they're never that bad, he says. You just got to be a little bit careful. Hello, welcome to anyone that has just tuned in. We're doing a quick live tonight. Don't know quite how long we'll be on for. Just while I try and fix up this car for a member of mine that has got a few little issues. So there we go. We've got down to the circuit board. It's going to be really hard for you guys to see, but we've got our 3 wires there. So we are going to desolder those and pop a new lead on there, and it will be as good as new. One of these wires, they've been soldered here already, and these joints never really work on this size with such short wires. They always tend to break. So we're going to sort that out, and the car will be on its way to being as good as new once I've found my servo wires. There we go. We've got nice black, cool looking servo wires. And these are a little chunkier than what we're taking off, but should be all right. So time to spark up the soldering iron. Welcome to anyone that has just tuned in. Please say hello. Let us know where you are watching from, what you're into, what you've been up to today. Say where you are. We had someone from Brazil last night watching us racing, which was amazing. Here we go then. Good evening, welcome if you have just joined us. I am working on this GL Racing GLR. Hello, I'm Russian girl and I'm 22 years old. I'm guessing you're probably not into RC then. That would be my guess, but there you go. Thank you for the message. I have decided to ignore all scammy posts, so they will stay up unless they're really bad. Can you help me be in the USA? Another scammy post. Post what you like. I'm just going to ignore them. So there you go. I don't live in the USA, so I am currently in the UK, where it is coming up to 9 o'clock in the evening, which is a lot earlier than I normally do my live streams. The wife is not around at the moment, so I thought I would jump on, have a quick chat with you guys, and get a bit of work done. Oh, thanks. You'll give me a diamond ring. Thank you very much. Hello, Gareth. Thank you very much. Yes, I am very well indeed. I'm serious. I swear she's got this. Well, you can't beat that. She wants me to get her into America. I don't live in America, and she's going to give me a diamond ring. Well, that's absolutely fantastic, isn't it? There you go. Can't help you, I'm afraid. Find someone else. I am too busy working on this car. Are you building a guitar pedal? No, we're not building guitar pedals. We are working on radio controlled cars tonight. I run a RC car club, and I am working on one of my members' cars. It needs a little bit of work done to it, so I'm just trying to fix it for him. Missed out on a good crawler comp in Chichester on Saturday. Yeah, I would have loved to have been there. Trying to find a full day to commit to stuff on the weekend is pretty tricky. So yeah, unfortunately, couldn't make it to that one, but I would have loved to, because I've got some builds that I really want to test. So persistent. There's definite answer is no, I'm afraid. I can't help you get into America. I have no connections with America at all. You are on your own. I'd appreciate it if you could leave the chat. Thank you very much. Right. It would help if I actually turn this soldering iron on. It's so complicated. Sorry, bear with me. These soldering irons now are, you need, they're like a small computer on board that makes absolute no sense whatsoever. You just keep on hitting buttons until it gets hot, basically. I just want it up to temperature. There we go. Oh, no, messed it up. One day I'll look at some instructions for this, but in the meantime, I will just keep pushing buttons. Okay. Say welcome anyone that has just joined us for the first time tonight. I need to remember quickly. Okay, guys, you can help me. Yellow on the right, black on the left. If I ask you in a couple of minutes, please remind me. Or someone put that in the chat, then I can refer to it. Come on. Yellow on the right. Thank you very much. I am quite heavily dyslexic, so things go in and out of my brain pretty quickly. There we go. Okay, we are dealing with some pretty small things here. You won't, I don't think camera's not even going to focus. Got 3 small little tabs here, which I'm trying to get onto. Sorry, the light's not brilliant. But yeah, we are just trying to sort this out. Yellow on the right, yellow on the right. Good evening, anyone that has just joined. Please check in, say hello, let us know where you are watching from, what you are up to, what you've been up to. Keep me amused for the next half an hour while I get this done. Is this your first time watching the channel? Is it your last time? I'm fairly new to all of this live streaming malarkey. These wires aren't going to go through this hole. I was requested to put in one of these black cables to make it look cooler. But I don't know if we're going to be able to do it. Unless I really let's try and get one cable through first. No, I've got 2 options. I either make the hole larger or we go for a smaller wire. Hello, hello. We are working on a GL Racing GLR tonight. I am just doing a little soldering on a servo that's had some dodgy wires on it. So we've taken that off of the circuit board and we are just trying to solder a new one on. Having a few issues right now, which is always great on a live stream. Just got to try and decide what I'm going to do. Not quite too sure. Nice one, Gareth. Glad you got that done. Makes a hell of a difference. If you haven't done it already, make sure you do that battery tray mod. Battery tray mod has to be the best mod that you can do for the Micro B in stock form. It makes such a difference. Hello, anyone that has just joined us. We are working on a GL Racing GLR, trying to do some soldering. I'm not getting very far at this particular moment. I need to find a cable with a slightly smaller plug on it, which I might have just found here. Let's see if this one fits. As I say, definitely worth doing. It is the best mod to do. We had a pretty good time last night racing buggies at our club, my club, whatever. We were running a new track. Well, I'm also a hobbyist. Other than that, I'm also on electrical engineer. Well, don't watch what I'm doing. Probably doing everything wrong, but it's worked for the last 20 odd years, for 20, 30 years. Anyone running the 244001? I'm assuming with that name, it is a WL Toys. Hello, Saul. Welcome, good evening. Hello. You are watching Sussex Micro RC, all things RC related, where I am working on a GL Racing GLR, doing a little soldering tonight, trying to help out one of our members get his car going. He hasn't driven this yet, so he is very keen to get it going. And I've just put this plug in the wrong way around. BGC 3.1. I don't know what a BGC 3.1 is. I can look it up. Let's have a quick look. No. BGC 3.1. No. Some sort of some sort of gimbal or something it's saying. But no, I haven't. Talking about gimbals, I really want to try and get a new one. No, let us know if you've got any other questions that I can help with. Right, I think we're going to do better this time. Hello, good evening if you have just joined us. Probably only be a short live stream tonight, so get those questions in if you've got any questions. We had a great time last night with the buggies. Oh, I got these to show you guys. I put out a little short earlier on today. These are some interesting, cool little sort of comic racer style bodies that I have just been sent. Can't wait to get these painted up. If any of you guys are F1 fans, pop in the comments what color I should paint these. I've got two. I've got a more sort of modern, I think it's a 2003 era, and then we've got a slightly older sort of 91 era. Sorry about the light, it's not brilliant. F1 car, trying to decide what colour to paint these. Really looking forward to getting them on the car though. It should be a lot of fun. And a new set of tyres turn up for the crawler actually today. We got some new tyres from Endura. They sent them for me to try out. They are the Mavericks 34mm tyres. So hoping to get these on the SCX30, which isn't to hand right at this second, but I believe that these will fit onto the stock wheels, or at least under the stock arches, which will be nice. So yeah, excited to try those out. Got all sorts of other stuff on the way and reviews coming up. Gimbal control board works in your pitch axis, so basically if you want more stabilized footage. Nice. I have actually, I don't know if any of you viewers have got gimbals or anything like that. I've been looking for a gimbal to help with filming outside. There's a brand called Hohem or something like that. They do one called an M7 and they do one called a i3 Ultra or something like that. So quite keen to get something like that to help with the footage outside. Likewise, I would love to get an FPV set up with a gimbal and head tracking, but I think we're a bit out of my price range yet. Chevy K10 SCX arrives at Model Sport next week. That's the one you're ordering. I'm half tempted to order the turquoise one or the whatever bluey greeny colour one myself. On Saturday, very modified. Nice. I haven't done a huge amount of modifications to mine yet. A few little bits of weight on the front. I will at some point do a live from the little crawler course, but Endura, I didn't even ask them, and the next thing I know, I have a shipment coming with a whole heap of bits. I've got the new chassis coming. I have got servo coming, pretty much everything to do a new SCX30 build. Tattooing? No, I'm definitely not tattooing. I am doing some soldering. I could probably do some branding. If anyone wants some branding, I might even be branding my own fingers in the next couple of minutes because these wires are extremely small. Right, I've just had the wife come in, so wow, this is some of the smallest bits I've ever had to work on. I'm hoping we can get this done. Yeah, we've got, well, as soon as I get the bits, maybe I'll start working on it. I've got to decide what I'm going to do, whether I'm going to get a second SCX30 to use. I'm quite tempted to do a four-wheel steer SCX30. I can't quite decide, as well as what's I going to say? Either four-wheel steer or aluminium axles. I can't quite decide what to do. Sorry, catch up on chat. Do you use a silver-based solder wire? No, not using a silver-based. This one is, it's lead-based, definitely lead-based. See you, Gareth. Speak to you soon. Have fun slot car racing. Yeah, I won't be doing any branding with this, but this might even be too small for me to do on the live stream. It is absolutely tiny. Nice, B7, sounds good. Not driven my 10th scale for a couple of weeks. This is some of the smallest soldering that I've ever done. I think the tab is probably less than 1 millimeter in size. Yeah, here we go, there is my soldering iron. It is a TS101 that I'm using. And these wires are not that easy to work with. Having a few panics to make sure that I can actually get this done, because it is tiny. I have never seen any tabs as small as this before in my life, so fingers crossed, people. I'll be glad when this is over. I am just going to tidy up all the ends of these wires and try again. These new soldering irons are pretty fantastic. They heat up so crazy fast. I didn't know about this until quite recently when my old faithful died. Now I believe the heating element is in the tip of the soldering iron, which is makes life a lot easier. We are running, or I'm not running, the chap is running the Jomurima body. I love them. They're so easy to drive. We generally only run hard bodies here in the UK at my track. The level of driving isn't crazy high. It's pretty good, but everyone runs a hard body pretty much, and they handle good, and it avoids a lot of other breakages, so that is what we run mostly. What rule set do we use? Well, we have a stock class. We don't use any particular rule set. The racing for on-road in the UK, there isn't a huge number of sort of open events, should I say. I ran one last year, and that was probably the only one. We don't follow any particular rule set. I have a set of rules which I made up for the club, which is basically a stock set, box stock rule class, which is mini Z brushed, T-plate, springs, tires, and any hard body. Yeah, that's pretty much the box stock class. And then we run an open modified class, which is any two-wheel drive up to 102 mil wheel. No, just 98 mil wheelbase. Yeah, and that way it's not a fight for who has got the most expensive and you know, you don't need to have the best batteries or anything like that, because if you need a bit more speed, you just put a slightly faster motor in or a bigger pinion, and that works quite well. It keeps the cost of racing down and nice and simple. And yeah, so we have 2 classes, and it worked well. There was a question there. What offset is on that? It looks like +1 on the back and +1 on the front, from what I can see. This isn't my car. Oh, sorry. No, I think I might have just deleted a message by accident. Let us know, drop it, put it in there again, and I will read it. It was coming up with a thing, but yeah, hello, welcome anyone that's just joined us. I am doing a little soldering work on a member's car tonight. It is incredibly small, so I'm a bit nervous about this. I'm even going to use a magnifying glass, which is not something that I normally need. Your messages keep on coming up as withheld, so trying to do it. What offset do I like to run? What offset do I like to run? That doesn't quite make sense. What offset do I like to run? Well, I run the Reflex Racing RX28. It's quite an old one now. I think it's version 2 maybe. And I run 0 offset in the back on the 14mm wides, and I run 0 offset on the front on the 8.5mm. I use a Marker 05 on the rear slick and a PN, I've forgotten, PN racing tyre on the front. There we go. Hello, welcome anyone that has just joined us solo. Let us know where you're watching from, all that jazz, while I slowly struggle away here. I'm not particularly enjoying this soldering, that is. It is, even for me, this is a little bit on the small side. And I'm fairly used to this. No worries. I'm taking it Mike. Right, let's see if we can get this done. Okay, we've got one on. Hello, Crawler 66 from Paris, I believe. Hope the weather has been treating you well today. It's absolutely miserable over here in the UK at the moment. We've been forecast a week of rain, which is a bit of a shame because we've got kids' half term coming up next week. So I was hoping to be out and about with my son, but that is going to be interesting, although I've got a bit of a surprise for him. His birthday is on Friday, and I've got a bit of a surprise for him, so looking forward to giving him that, and hopefully we'll be able to get out in the rain and it's not going to matter too much. It is RC related. Right, still trying to get this soldering done. It is so small. What are we working on tonight? We are working on a GL Racing GLR, and I'm just working on a servo, trying to replace a servo wire that is frayed and come off. question for everyone here. If there was an RC track you'd want to travel to overseas or not, where would it be? That is a very interesting question. Thank you for putting that in the comments. Let's hear it. Where is everyone's dream RC track? I would quite like to go to, I've forgotten the name of it. It's in Texas, that big Mini Z track in Texas. H something or other. I think they do buggy racing there and looks pretty cool. That would be my dream. The other one is one that I actually go to in Florida, which is Beachline Raceway, which is an epic 10th scale buggy track. But yeah, let's hear it from everyone else. Where is your dream track to go and visit? Right, we're on to the second wire. We might be there on the second wire. There we go. I think that has gone easier than I thought. There's only one that I'm not quite sure on. I'm a bit nervous about these. Might redo the black. I wish they still had it, but in Missouri there's a carpet track for 8th scale. Wow, 8th scale carpet track. That must be huge. And 10th scales, that's huge with a wall ride straight away. Nice, I have to look that one up. Thank you very much for putting that in the comments. It sounds pretty epic. Let us know, for those that are watching, what scales you're into. I'm interested to hear what sort of RC my viewers also drive. Are you purely racers? Are you crawlers? What are you into? Give us a shout in the comments. Hello and welcome to anyone that has just joined us tonight. Yeah, what would make up your dream track? We ran a really cool track last night. It's kind of I think it was the second time we run it. A few new ramps on there. It's just something about it. It flowed really nicely and everyone was absolutely buzzing. So yeah, we had a lot of fun last night racing buggies. You can catch up on that live stream on my channel. If you guys watching haven't subscribed already, please head over to the main channel and hit subscribe. I put in a huge number of hours on all of this, and it would be great to have all your support. Here we go. Sorry, I'm just going through some of these messages that aren't popping up. Honestly, I'm mainly into 118th and 124th crawlers, but really enjoy the mini buggies like the Micro Spec B. Yeah, they're all kind of part of the same family now. Everyone's getting into the two of them. We had last night, we had a micro crawler guy come and join us for buggy racing for the first time, and he absolutely loved it. Great little thing to complement the two, and they take up no space, so even better. I love the micro crawlers as much as I do the buggies. There are some pretty epic crawler courses around the world as well. We suffer a bit over here in the UK with a lack of rocks and all that sort of stuff, but we make our own. Too many messages that are being hidden, which are picking up the gremlins. My gremlin is firmly asleep at the moment. It is fairly late here, and it's 9:30 in the evening here in the UK. Hello from Yarmouth. Good evening. Lovely spot of the world. Oh no, Great Yarmouth in Minnesota. Okay, slightly different Yarmouth. We have a Yarmouth here in the UK. Right, I am just trying to get the case back on this tiny little servo. I haven't tested it yet. It's probably a good idea to test it, isn't it? Should we do that? Fingers crossed, people. I do get a bit nervous working on other people's cars, and I really don't want to blow up their stuff, but I try my hardest. It has been known. Here we go then. Not done anything stupid. We had yellow on the right, we've got black on the left, red in the middle. We should be good to go. Yeah, these servos are tiny. We have got a working servo, people. We have got a working servo on a new wire. It is a little bit smaller than the micro buggy servo, yeah. It's similar in size. To this. I don't have a buggy servo to hand, but oh no, show. Sorry, apologies. I just deleted someone's message by accident. I'm doing this on my phone, and the buttons are as small as these wires. Yeah, it's similar to this. They're a bit thinner than the micro buggy servos. So loads of messages not coming through tonight, and I'm having to approve them all. I think it's probably because we had a load of spam stuff at the start, maybe. Apologies if I just deleted your message. Right, we are looking good, people. We're going to get this back together, and then I'm going to call it a night and go say hello to the wife. As I say, if you guys haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It really does help me out. The amount of hours that I spend creating all these videos and content is slightly obscene, kind of ridiculous, but hopefully it has helped out. Well, I know it's helped out a few people, so that is all that really matters. I already have STX30s. Don't worry about that. I haven't got it to hand, but I've got a box of parts here that are waiting for a build. We had some more STX 30 parts arrive today. We had the new Endura Mavericks 34mm tyres. They arrived today. I was telling the others, I'm pretty good friends with all of the guys at Endura now, and they are super kind. The other day I had a notification come into my email. It's a good job my wife isn't on my email, because she'd think I would be spending a lot of money. But there was a notification of a shipment coming from Endura, and I was like, I haven't ordered anything. And turns out they are sending me their new SCX30 chassis, along with a whole load of other parts to basically do a full SCX30 build. Yeah. What bodies do you use on the GL Racing? I have never heard of them. They look really quality. We all basically use these, which are the Jomurima bodies. They are cheap. They are super strong and durable, and they handle and perform really well on the track. So that is generally what we all drive at the club. The GL Racing cars are pretty good. They are one of the best. I think the Reflex Racing is mainly considered as probably one of, or very high up there, which is what I drive here, and I absolutely love it. It's getting a bit old now, but it's still a very nice car to drive. I made your micro track you were live with yesterday in our RE reason. That sounds interesting. Recharge RC. I assume that's some sort of simulator. Not seen that. Sounds interesting. I'll check it out. I'd like to do some like online simulator stuff. I don't know if people would be interested in joining. There's that one. Sorry, that was just the wife. There is that one that everyone uses, which I do occasionally use, which is quite fun. But yeah, if there's anywhere online that we could all race together, that would be pretty fun. So it's catching up with messages. What soldering iron do you use? I use this, which is new to me. Its brand name is Miniware. It's a TS101, which I believe is a fairly popular one. It runs off USB. It heats up in probably 5 seconds, all the way up to 400 degrees. You do need a degree in computing to use it, but I don't, and yeah, struggling a bit, to be honest. I'm just used to plugging it into the wall and that's that. But yeah, I need to look at some videos on how to actually use it, but it does work really well. So yeah, TS101. That's all I have at the moment. I would like more, but you've got a degree in computing, please let me know how to use that soldering iron. It would be really good. I seem to just push the buttons at the moment and wait until it gets really hot. How does a Mini Z compare to the Micro speed-wise? I've never tried a Mini Z. Expand on that, MX Bean. Mini Z buggy, Mini Z on-road, comparing it to what exactly? Just, yeah, let us know. Hello, Nick. Hello. Would love to, I assume that is, would like to do some online racing. That would be, I think that'd be pretty fun. I will try and look into it, but without that computing degree, I struggle. Drones, you got a drone person in there. Me and my son, well, my son actually picked up a tiny little toy drone the other day in the hobby shop, and we've been having quite a lot of fun with it. I might even do a little review on it because I've been pretty impressed. Want to do more drone stuff, want to do more FPV stuff, but cost is a little prohibitive. I have done a lot of flying in my time. So I'm quite capable of flying drones and helicopters and all that sort of jazz, and I do enjoy it a lot. I just need some decent goggles, some decent FPV goggles. I've only got some boxy things, and they're a bit of a pain because they just fall off your head the whole time. I've seen a video somewhere playing it with their RC controller connected to their PC console. Oh, okay. Is it a? It's not a. What sort of game is it? What does it run on? I only have a PC. Just picked up. Oh, new to drones, cool. It's a really last week game. Oh, okay. Drop me a link to it in on Instagram or something like that, and I'll take a look. Sounds fun. I know my son would like it. Right, I'm just trying to figure out which screws went where. Cheers, thank you very much. VRC is that one that I have at the moment, but I don't have any subscriptions to it, just the bog standard one. I'm definitely using the right screw here. Yeah. What am I making? I am just finishing putting back together a GL Racing GLR. I'm going to try and tilt you guys down a little bit further so you can see. It is a member of the club that has just got it and has had a few issues. I have worked through most of them now. There was an issue with the lead that went from the receiver to the ESC. It was a Hobby Wing. I think Hobby Wing had a bit of a hiccup at some point and were giving out leads that were the polarities were around the wrong way. But we sorted that out, fixed that, got it all bound up, got everything working. The motor wiring needed sorting out, so I have done that, and a few other little bits and bobs. But yeah, we are on the reassembly now, so hopefully we'll be back together and he will be able to race it next week at the club. I tried getting VRC, but I'll wait since recharge. I'll see how much it's cheaper. I have only got the free version of VRC. Right, making progress. I'm glad we managed to get this done. It was worrying me that those solder tabs on that servo were the smallest thing that I've ever seen in my life, but we got there. Right, let's get the servo horn back on. Good evening to anyone that has just joined us. We are just doing a little bit of work on the bench, having a bit of a chat, seeing what everyone's up to. Let us know where you're from, what you're doing, what you've been up to, if you're having a good week, bad week. It's always nice to have a bit of a chat between yourselves as well. Don't feel like you got to chat to me the whole time. Nice one. Good evening. Have a good rest of your day. It's probably midday with you guys. Yeah, nice to see you again online. Apologies, you can't see more of this. It is so small. I think I'm going to have to pop this off. Hello, good evening, people. We are working on a GL Racing GLR tonight. And we have made some good progress. We haven't blown anything up. Nothing's fallen apart yet. Which is always good. If you've got any questions, please drop them in the comments. As I say, if you are new to this channel, please head over and check it out. There is a heap of videos that I have done recently, or fairly recently. Let us know what you're into, what you like to do. New to RC, old to RC. I have been in this hobby for most of my life, in and out, as most people. I think we're dealing with the brass chassis on this car, which is nice. Cool. We are getting there. We've probably got another 5 or 10 minutes just to get this wrapped up, and then I'm gonna head over and speak to the wife. Hello, Justin. Thank you very much for saying hello. Always great to speak to a few of my viewers. If you've got any questions, give us a shout. Let us know where you're watching from. It's always nice to hear from everyone on the other side. Quite amazing to hear where everyone's from and what they're up to, what they're into. Watching from Russia. Ah. Had a few people from Russia tonight. Right, just tighten this last little bit up, and then we can get it back together. I can't have any specific question. I know nothing about it. Well, it doesn't have to be about RC, it could be about anything. I am just about there with this. A couple of screws left to put back in, and hopefully we are done. Hello, good evening to anyone that has just tuned in. We are just about to wrap up this live stream, but please say hello and let us know where you're watching from. Oh, well, thank you very much. I do love to build anything. You can check out any of my other channels where we do a bit of that. Always have, always will. I actually used to work teaching kids at school to build stuff, and all you need to do is give it a go. Anyone can do this sort of stuff if you put your mind to it. Don't be scared is the main thing. Good evening to anyone that is watching. We are just doing a bit of work on this GL Racing GLR for a member of the club that I run for racing. If you are interested in any of this sort of stuff, hit that subscribe button. Not only will it mean that you get notified of more videos as they come out and live streams and all that sort of stuff, but it also massively helps me out. I make absolutely nothing from these live streams, so hitting that subscribe button is a very nice thank you. If you've enjoyed this or any of my other videos, it is much appreciated. Hello, Blake. Hope you're having a good day. Let us know where you're watching from. I'm just struggling, trying to get this car back together. Lost a few screws. Let us know if there is anything that you want me to cover on this channel, and I will do my very best, whether it be quarters, mini Zs, buggies, anything like that. Good evening to anyone that has just joined us. Please feel free to say hello on the chat. I am just about to actually wrap this up. I think we're just about there. Bit of double-sided tape, get everything back in place. Now this was all a bit butt-clenchingly tricky tonight. I apologise for it not being easy to view. That is the problem with these tiny RC cars. I was a bit nervous whether I was going to get it done or not when I took those wires off. It was a bit of a shock to see how small, or what little I had to work with, but either way we got it done. Good evening to anyone that has just joined us. You are watching SMRC, where we like to do all things RC related. Let us know where you're watching from. Double-sided, good quality double-sided tape should be in everyone's box. Right, the amount of muck that came off this car is absolutely unbelievable. It's destroyed my workbench, and it's I've not even cleaned it off yet. If you've got any questions, please pop them down in the comments. I will be around for just a couple more minutes. Just give this a little bit of a clean off before I send it back to its rightful owner. This is a member of, well, not a member because we don't have a membership, but one of our club drivers and the club that I run. He's just picked it up and it needed a little bit of TLC to get it back working again. So we have redone some wiring and redone the wiring on the motor, redone the wiring on the servo, and managed to get the rest of it working. So it is looking good for this car. Hopefully it will be out on the track on Monday. If you are interested to see what we get up to at the club, I generally do a live stream on a Monday evening from about 8 PM UK time, GMT, which is probably early morning in the States. No, midday in the States, probably on a Monday. Do you build it for yourself? No, this car is not my own. I didn't build it. He gave it to me already built, and then I've just been working on it, dismantling it, checking it over, that kind of stuff. He's not much of a maintenance type of guy that owns this one, but he loves to drive, so that's all good. But I do like building. I do like building just about anything. We've done some fun projects. I did a fun little project just the other day with my son. We made a little hovercraft. There we go. Converted a little RC car for my, that was my son's, into a little hovercraft. That was a fun little project. But yeah, we like to do building, 3D printing, anything like that. Okay, I think we're there once we have a quick tidy up. The amount of mess that has come off this car, absolutely unbelievable. But there you go. We have just finished up this build here, which is well, I'm calling it the Ultimate Lossy Micro B. We had it out for its first run last night and it felt absolutely amazing. Yeah, hovercrafts. I remember my very first hovercraft very well indeed. It was a huge amount of fun. But yeah, we did a fun little project, me and my son, the other day with that. Just made it out of foam board and it goes great. But yeah, anyway, this buggy, it's absolutely amazing. Yeah, I don't really know what to say about it, but it performs like nothing else. Very happy with how it turned out. Hello, Brian. We have got a lot of upgrades on it. There's not much left stock anymore, but it's all super tight, and yeah, it really does absolutely fly around the track. It managed to win every single qualifier and final last night, buggy racing, so I was very happy indeed. Oh, sorry, Brianna. Sorry. Apologies. Good evening. Good evening. We are just about to wrap up this live stream. It has been a fun hour or so. I don't know quite. Oh no, we've been on for way more than an hour. Yeah, if you've got any questions, last chances, pop them down in the comments, and I will try and answer them. What's the most expensive upgrade on this buggy? Expensive? Ooh. Well, it's got to probably be the brushless. Well, it's got the Hobby Wing brushless motor in there, and ESC. It's got a Hobby Wing brushless motor and ESC, so that's the best part of $100. It's got an AGF RC servo in there. They're about 50. It's got a lot of aluminium parts on there, not because I wanted them to be aluminium, but because they were the best precision, and they're pretty good value. I think the front end is about $35 or $40 total, so not, for what it is not expensive. The back end is relatively cheap as well. We've got the Upgrade RC shocks on there. That was the first time running those yesterday, and very impressed indeed. They were super smooth. Really handled really well. Very impressed with those. But yeah, it's pretty much it, really. But yeah, I wouldn't call it dialed because it was its first night out, and there's definitely some work that can be done to it to make it faster. It won every single round that we raced last night, but I still had a good 30%, I reckon, still to push in it. It was by no means dialed, but running very well indeed. So yeah, I think that pretty much wraps us up for tonight. I have got a few more jobs to do, but I don't know if I'm going to do those tonight. So if there are any last questions, give us a shout. How much? Yeah, hard to say. I will be perfectly honest with you. A lot of these parts were donated to me, well, donated to the channel. But I would happily buy most of them again. There are a few issues which you will find out when the video comes out very soon. So if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for updates on this and loads of other stuff that I've got coming up. All of those subscriptions really do make a difference. I put in a huge amount of time on these videos. Probably 20 hours plus goes into most of my videos, and you don't make much from YouTube for doing it, so it is for your pleasure. So if you would like to subscribe, hit that subscribe button, and drop us a comment. Let us know anything, ask us a question, just say hello. It's all really appreciated and helps me out. But yeah, hope everyone has a fun rest of the week and weekend. I don't know if I'm going to get online on Friday or Saturday or not, but yeah, take care. I will speak to you guys soon. Good evening. Boom. Thank you very much. Good evening. Good night.